fuck the 100%, gotta pay all the bills. I get that that sounds great, but there's other things that you need to be looking for in a partner other than a man who can pay 100% of the bills. Give me a man who can pay 50% of the bills and can give me peace and can make a plan and can engage in some conversation, and I'm happy to be in his presence. You know what I'm saying? And we're best friends. Give me that and I'll pay half the bills, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't care.
So sit back and relax. That's scary. Melanie P. Talk to him. Scary with Melanie P. That's scary with Melanie P. Come on.
Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. I'm your girl, Melanie P, and we are here for another That's Scary episode, y'all. Listen, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Welcome to all of my subscribers. Welcome to the new and the old, and let's get it popping. You know, before I get into today's episode, I typically have been doing or typically do a mental health check-in, and I feel like I haven't done that in a while. I've been doing it typically when I have a guest, but hey, let's just have a quick mental health check-in. My mental health. My mental health is, what is my mental health? I mean, I feel like I feel pretty good. I don't, I think I'm kind of in my cleaning bag. You know, it's getting warm outside. I've lost a few pounds, and I think right now I'm kind of like in a space where I want to declutter. And I think that I've been trying to declutter a lot of clutter around around just my space. And it's been feeling really, really good to just get rid of some junk that I have. You know, working from home, I worked from home for so many years, and I have so many work clothes that are just sitting there year after year that I no longer need. And I just wanted to get rid of it. You know, there's some people who might benefit from my work clothes, and even my old club dresses from when I used to be out there in them streets. I don't need that anymore. So I have 3 large bags so far of clothes, and I'm excited to just clear the clutter. I feel like when you clear the clutter visually, it helps you to clear the clutter mentally. So I feel like, I guess, nothing's wrong, nothing's bad, nothing's going extra right. I think that things are just as they are, and I feel like I am in my manifestation bag now. I have always been a master manifester, and I feel like in the past couple of years, I haven't been in that OD, let me manifest my dream space. I like to visualize. I like to have a list. I like to have like a vision board of my goals. I like to be able to close my eyes and do the practice where you just visualize the life that you want or the thing that you want. And I think that for the last couple of years, I felt kind of stuck because I'm like, okay, I am in a certain phase in my life where now I don't really know what to manifest, but I feel like I have some new things that I want to manifest, and that makes me feel really good and very excited about what life has to offer. I've been trying to get back into my affirmations bag, listening to it's this lady I follow on TikTok, and she has daily affirmations that she goes live with on TikTok. And it's such a good live, and it's every day. Her voice is so soothing. She is such a nice person, and it's such a positive way to kind of start your day. So I feel like I'm kind of going back in my like manifestation, vision board, affirmations bag, and that is exciting to me. All right, guys. So anyway, today we are having a really interesting conversation. Now, this started with a conversation that I had with some friends that I thought could be very beneficial to the listeners. we have a constant conversation about women speaking that they need their man to be a provider. And most of the time when I'm hearing that, it's always coming from a financial energy. And I am not saying that, a man being financially sound, being financially stable, being able to, cover bills is not a necessity, is not something that, we as women should not look for. But I feel like we talk and focus so much on financial providing, and I think that women really need to dig a little deeper. So it's twofold. Women need to dig a little deeper when they're saying that they want a provider. And I feel like I want to take an opportunity to educate men in what women require, or what they should be requiring, or mean when they say that they want a man that provides. Now, again, typically when you hear, especially in this space that we are in, where it's debate, a man got to pay 75% of the bills or 100% of the bills, I feel like it's always a conversation that is led by a man paying all the bills. Again, we love to see that, but there's so much more. So I'm going to just go down a few things. And the purpose of this, because again, I have said in the beginning of the year, I don't want to be along the lines in one of these podcasts that are just talking about women versus men, women versus men. I want to be a part of the conversation that's going to bring us together and have our relationships flourishing. So this is a twofold. Men hear what women need and mean when they say that they need a provider. And then women, broaden your mind in your conversation when you say that you want a man that provides, and don't just have it be financially focused. Okay, so let's get started with my list. So I pulled a list together, and I also kind of polled some different people just to get their idea. And ironically, most of the women that I spoke with said the same thing. So number one, solutions, right? Men, one of the things that women really, really, really want when it comes to a partner is a man that can provide solutions, right? Again, it's not all about finances, it's about other things, and providing solutions is one of them, right? So as a woman, we want our partner to problem solve, right? I want to be able to go to my partner with a problem, and I'm not saying that he has to find the exact solution, but I would love for my man, and I feel like most women want their man to be able to provide solutions to issues that they're having. So whether that be, hey, my car is doing this, I'm coming to you for a solution. Hey, I'm having this kind of stress on my job, I'm coming to you for a solution. Hey, I'm having anxiety, or hey, I'm struggling in this area. What kind of solutions can you bring to the conversation, right? So again, I want to put emphasis on the fact that, it's not up to a man to, and maybe I'm just being nice by saying this, but it's not up to a man to tell a woman 100%, here's the answer indefinitely, this is what you do. Would that be nice? That would. And would we love that? We would. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself and people that I talk to. But the worst thing a man can do is be lost and be confused and have a track record of not only not providing solutions, but providing more problems than you provide solutions, because then a woman will look at you as a problem. Let's paint this picture. You have a man, you have a woman. And let's say, and here's just the thing. I mean, you might not agree, but I do feel like the man should truly be the head. And these are things that I feel like we throw out there because we just hear people say it over the years, so it might sound good. And a lot of times the men will just say that because, oh, it sounds good and it sounds like they have some kind of authority. But what the hell does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And to me, think of the head. The head, God is the head, right? The roof of a house is the top, is the head. And, being the head comes with responsibility. Let's dumb it down. At your job, you have a manager, you have a COO, you have a CEO, you likely have some type of manager. Your manager is technically the head of your department, or that is your go-to. And, I'm always using the analogy of, I like the idea of relationships running like businesses. And I don't mean that in the way of, oh, we're robots and we're having like robotic meetings or whatever like that. But I think that there's a lot of parallels in running a business that you can bring to your relationship, especially if you're married. Because if you're married, living together, whatever, you would think that, finances are being mixed, household chores and tasks are being mixed. Like, your day to day is just not you. It is you and a partner. And just like you're at work, or even if you're in college, if you have a partner in a project, it takes two people to keep the wheels rolling. So if you look at it from like an employment space, you are typically, if you have an issue, you're going to go to your manager to ask him what to do. If you are lost on a certain project and you have, exhausted all your resources, your next step is to go to your manager for, hey, I need help and guidance. And to me, in my opinion, I feel like that's a similar covering that women want in their partner. Again, I don't want to say that it's up to the man to always be able to fix everything, but you don't ever want to be that man that is more so, I'd have no solutions or no conversation with solutions compared to, here's the solution. And you have to understand that women want to respect and look up to their men, but men have to give women something to look up to and something to respect. Provide solutions. When a man starts to have a track record of being the woman's go-to, it allows the woman to rest in her feminine energy. It allows the woman to put trust in her man's ability to handle situations. It allows the woman to, have peace and to just really, relax. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know that you have a partner that you can go to with any and everything, and they're going to be able to provide solutions or help you brainstorm solutions to get you to the fix, that is something that's going to garner you more and more respect. And that is, think about it, that's a domino effect. When a woman can rest in her feminine energy, when a woman doesn't have the weight all on her and she's using all of her brain to make things shake, you get the best of that woman because now you provide value, right? It's not just you're there, men want to have sex, men, they want a hot meal, they want these things, but for a man to provide value. And here's the thing, it's very much twofold. It is very much twofold. It is not just the man that has to provide value. I'm just speaking from a woman's point of view and from this provider, kind of digging into what we mean and what we want as a provider. So again, number one is solutions. Provide solutions that allows me to respect you, that allows me to look to you as the head. It is such a good feeling as a woman to have something going on and to go to your man, go to your partner and be able to tell him what's going on and be able to have him fix it, y'all. And I think of two situations that I want to give as examples that I I can think of, right? One example is this. I remember a couple of years ago, I was buying a car. And at that time, I had never purchased a car myself. My parents bought me cars, and then my husband bought me cars. I've never purchased a car by myself, at that time. I got into a wreck. I totaled my car. And the man that I was dating at the time, he knew that I was looking for a car. And I, being who I am, went out here researching, looking for a car as a woman by myself. And it was very overwhelming, right? And I remember, I think I wanted this Nissan, some kind of Nissan car. And I went there and I feel like the guy was trying to get over on me. I called my boyfriend at the time and I said, hey, I'm here at the dealership. I think I want this car. This guy is giving me this price, blah, 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 blah. My partner at the time said, go into the office, give the phone to the man, and I'll handle it from there. I sat there in the office with this guy who I felt like initially he saw that I was a woman by myself looking for a car. So maybe I can get over on her. But the solution that my man at the time provided was, okay, this is my woman. She wants a car. I can't be there right now. So give me the phone. I'll handle it from here. And he handled it and it was a wrap. I had nothing else to do. I just sat there looking pretty. So that allowed me the opportunity just to rest in my feminine, non-car buying experience, non-car knowing energy, rest in my feminine energy and let this man handle a stereotypically man thing. And I just sat there, right? And that felt very, very good. Second thing I think of is that happened to me last week. Men typically come with a certain, men typically come with a certain set of skills that women don't have, right? Like, women have certain things that they're better in typically than men, like let's just say cooking, and then men have certain things that they're better at than women, like let's say changing oil or whatever, right? So another example, so small, but carries so much weight because it gives a solution. I dropped my AirPod under my seat in a hole in my car. I was trying like I needed my AirPod because my AirPods provide me peace because they block out the noise in my surroundings. Long story short, I had purchased all these tools trying to get this AirPod from under my seat. I had bought a damn scope. I had bought a magnetic stick. I did all these things and I was trying like for 2 days, spending so many hours trying to get this thing out from under my car. It took my neighbor, who's a man, it took him about 10 minutes to get this damn AirPod from under my seat. Now, again, he's not my man, you know what I'm saying? He's my neighbor's husband, but it just goes to show that, I had a problem. He provided a solution and boom, you know what I'm saying? So it's just different things like that. Like, women love to be the damsel in distress. Here's another example, y'all. I never forget, I saw on Instagram this post by this random girl, and she said, not random girl, this girl I know actually. And she said that when she travels with her husband, she don't use her brain for nothing. She don't know, like half the time she don't know where they're going. She don't know where their seats are at on the plane. She don't know if the bag's going to be checked or not. She don't know what hotel, like she knows nothing. She barely even looks left or right across the street. Her man takes care of all of that. Now, yeah, he probably pays for it, but we're not talking about finances here. We're talking about solutions and providing, being an asset, providing value. And the value for her is that, listen, I work all day. We have I think they have 2 kids. When we go anywhere, I don't use my brain for nothing because my man handles everything. And I thought that was such a great thing because it's like, again, stereotypically, you think of the man as this masculine energy, as the head, as the leader. And that is a very convoluted sticky definition to a lot of people. A leader, a provider, I feel like people be creating their own damn definition for what that entails, right? Okay, peace of mind. Number 2, peace of mind. And I feel like all of these kind of intertwine, but I just want to paint a picture for men as to what women need from you. And I want to remind women what you should be looking for with your partner from a provider space that's not just financial. Are you providing me peace? In the times that we live in now, peace is the damn real currency. Now, again, peace don't pay the bills. Peace don't pay the mortgage. I totally get that. But do you know how it feels to be with someone who is robbing you of your daily peace? That is like living in a daily hell. And women love, respect, provide their femininity to a man who is providing you with peace. Not providing me with drama, not providing me with, anything that is the absence of peace. That's the easy one, right? But I think that women need to look at that more so than they're looking at a man who makes 6 figures. Think about it. Would you rather a man who made $80,000 a year but gave you 100% peace in your day-to-day life? Or would you rather a man who made $150,000 a year but then robbed you of your daily peace? These are things that you have to look at as a woman and as a man. As a man, think about it. Sit there and ask yourself, am I providing peace to my woman? And don't even ask yourself. Ask your woman, hey, babe, do I provide you peace? And if not, help me understand what I'm doing to either A, not provide you peace, or B, if I do provide you peace, tell me how I do that so I can make sure that I'm doing it more and more. I think about a couple that I know personally, and she has a husband who has a very, very calm demeanor. And it's funny because she used to tell me that she always thought that she wanted the loud and rowdy kind of guy, the loud person. And she said that as she has gotten older, she's so grateful that God blessed her with a husband that has a calm demeanor and brings calm to any situation, right? And I was listening to her say that, and that's something that I feel like that's something that I would never have thought about when it comes to looking for a partner is this person calm? Like, do they bring a calming energy to conflict? Because that's going to be a domino effect in other areas. You have to look at how your partner handles conflict. And it doesn't even have to be conflict between, you and your partner, because when you're dating, you're likely not going to have any conflict in those, in that first year, in that honeymoon phase. But there can be conflict in other areas of that person's life, right? So how do they handle conflict, in the workplace? How do they handle conflict in their other relationships? Do they bring a calm and a peace to conflicts, or do they bring more disruptive energy to a already, hectic situation? That's something that you really have to look out for, because that's a picture and an indicator of how they're going to handle conflict and adversity the longer you're with that person. So number 2, peace. Is your man providing you peace? Man, are you providing your woman peace, right? Okay. This kind of goes with solutions, but I put making plans, providing a plan, providing a location, providing ideas, right? So this may seem repetitive or really like low-hanging fruit, but women like a man that has a motherfucking plan. Again, fuck them finances. I mean, again, you want someone who can give you stability financially, right? But there's other things that you need to be looking for. Does your man have a plan? Is your man providing you with plans? Do you have a plan for our future? Do you have a plan for our finances? Do you have a plan for where we're going to live? Do you have a plan for how long we're going to stay there? Do you have a plan for our financial goals together as a couple? Do you have a plan for where we're going to eat dinner at tomorrow? Like, do you have the ability to make plans for the household? Again, we talk about providing. We talk about a man being the head. We talk about a man being the leader. And again, women think about just finances. But again, does your man provide you with a plan? Does your man provide you with a plan? You know, again, I think about the workplace. We think about the head, the leaders, like there should be a plan. You're not going to work just blindly working with no plan. And when you don't have a plan, you fucking fail. Like when you have no plan, you have no direction. There's no goal. Where are you going? Y'all are out here like some damn kids just winging it day by day. What's the plan? And I'm not saying, again, I want to keep saying this as well. Like, I'm not saying that it's up to the man to make every plan. He got to plan out everything and it's all him. But as a man, as a component of what a woman looks for in a provider, I need my man to be able to provide me with plans and initiate the conversation of here's the plan. Let me hear your feedback. Like, again, women, I would just like as a woman for us to be able to rest in our feminine energy. We are helpmates. We're not the leader. So, and again, I'm thinking of other conversations I've had with other couples. And one thing I can hear my brother saying in my head is, you know, there's certain things that women are better at than men and vice versa. And what if that is the planning piece? Well, as long as you guys have identified that, hey, you know, you women are much better at making plans than me. We have had that conversation. We have identified that, you know, skill set in a certain partner. Then as long as that's understood, that's a different story. But I still think even if the woman is better at it, a man who is a leader, who is the head, should still be able to have some sort of plan. Because if you are married, if you're having children, if you're building a family together, I think the man as the head, as a leader, should have some type of plan and direction for the household, for your life. Without a plan, the people will fail. Protector. So provide protection. Provide protection. Again, everything ain't financial. Protection. Women want to feel protected, and feeling protected, like men should be providing a level of protection that a woman isn't going to have if she's like a single woman, right? Like, one of the benefits of having a partner, having a man, having a husband is this person we look to for protection. But here's the thing. Not just like violent protection, like not even violent protection, but are you protecting me mentally? Are you protecting the energy and the environment in whence the family lives? Let me repeat that. Are you providing your woman with a sense of protection? You know, one of my coworkers was telling me how, you know, when him and his wife are out, you know, he's just always like, you know, kind of like looking to make sure she's protected and the kids are protected. And that's totally great. We applaud that. But again, you want to protect the outside and the inside. You want to protect your wife and her mental clarity, right? And you don't want to do it from a space of like, I feel like some men, when they think of protection, they think of, oh, rowdy going crazy. But you know, are you protecting your wife in public, just in conversation? And it goes two ways. It goes both ways. You know, there's levels of protection that women can kind of provide to a man, but coming from a female, I'm a female, so I can only speak from my experience and my desires. But are you protecting me verbally? Are you talking to me respectfully? Are you protecting, my feelings? Are you protecting my vulnerability? Are you protecting me in every way? Right? We think about men with daughters. Well, hopefully if you're a man with a daughter, you protect your little girl. Like, you don't want no harm to come to your little girl, but it should be the same for the wife, and the wife really should come first, right? Like, protect me in every way, but not in no kind of aggressive way, not just with your fist, not just with, I don't know, like a gun or a weapon, you know what I'm saying? But protect me in every way. Provide protection to the home, protection to the family. Be a protector. Be a protector. And again, I keep saying I want to emphasize certain things because I don't want men just to think that, oh, if we're in the streets, like I've dealt with a lot of men who are really big on a woman should walk on the inside of a sidewalk. And that's great and that's beautiful and that's very true. But there's other ways that you can protect your woman. And that's a question for your woman. Hey, do you feel protected by me? Am I doing a good job of protecting you and the family? If I am, let me know how I'm doing that so I can continue to. And if I'm not, let me know, what I'm lacking in so we can discuss it, and vice versa. All right. Okay. Now here was a few things that before I close, I was listening to, I can't think of the lady's name, but she was right on board with what I was going to talk about tonight. And I had to write down some notes from it just to help the listeners out. She was saying that, and I'm just going to use her words, not mine, but I do kind of agree. She was like, she loved her ugly man. She loves her ugly man. She said, fuck abs, fuck a big dick. Is this man a good man who brings peace, who has a spirit of generosity? I love the term passenger princess. I never really thought about that until recent years, because typically like when you have a man, like I don't like the idea of, and this is probably stupid and not fair, but it's just personal preference and it's just what I have experienced. But typically when you're with a man, you are a passenger princess. Like you ain't really driving. You ain't really driving your man around, right? But a lot of times women be so focused with, I need a 6'5", fine dude who got a big dick and, fine and blah, 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 blah. Fuck a fine man. And I don't mean literally, but the nerd, right? We like the nerds. You don't need someone who is just perfect specimen. You need to focus on someone who treats you right. And I'm not saying a broke man who can't provide for you financially, because even though we're not focusing on finances in this discussion, it's still a factor. But sometimes women focus on the wrong things and it leads them to the wrong man, and they wonder why they find themselves in certain situations where they're not happy, they're being abused, they're being cheated on, they're not being fulfilled, they're not having their needs met, all these things, because you're so focused on these things that really, to me, shouldn't be the focus. Like, it's so true. Like, I just felt her when she said fuck abs and fuck a big dick, Give me a man that has a spirit of generosity. How does he treat people? What do other people say about this man's character and demeanor? Those are the things that matter. What does the neighbors say about your man? You know what I'm saying? What does his coworkers say? What does his mom say? What does his dad say? What does his brothers say? What does his sisters say? Like, if you could just talk to people who have experienced your man in life, what would they say about your man? How does your man treat the wait staff? How does your man treat people? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, what is their character? Fuck how a man look. And here's the thing that I thought I would never say. Fuck a man's height. A A man's height is not going to keep you warm at night. A man's height is not going to be there to have, conversation with you and to provide you with solutions sometimes and to provide you with peace of mind and to provide you with these things we discussed. Like, it's great. I know we all want this tall man, but I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And I feel like sometimes women just be looking and focusing on the wrong things. There's a lot. I know a lot of good guys out here who are being overlooked because maybe they aren't the 10, or maybe they are just 6 foot and not 6'5". You know what I'm saying? But they can provide you with a good life. They're a good man. They can fix your car. They can provide solutions. They can provide peace. They can make plans. They have a plan for you. Like, those are the things that you need to be focusing on. So I'm gonna go through these really quickly again. Solutions, right? Can your man provide solutions? Does your man provide peace of mind? Does your man provide a plan? Does your man provide protection? Does your man provide generosity? Listen, y'all, I want to hear what your thoughts are about this conversation, right? So the focus of this conversation was, fuck the 100%, gotta pay all the bills. I get that sounds great, but there's other things that you need to be looking for in a partner other than a man who can pay 100% of the bills. Give me a man who can pay 50% of the bills and can give me peace and can make a plan and can engage in some conversation, and I'm happy to be in his presence. You know what I'm saying? And we're best friends. Give me that and I'll pay half the bills and I'm totally fine with that. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, if you're messing with a good woman, she's going to help you get to a place where you can pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that means that if you have these things on this list, then y'all are destined for greatness, right? If there's any other things that you can think of that, a man should provide, drop it down in the comments and let's have a conversation. Y'all, thank you so much for listening and tuning in to the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you share and follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. I will see you on the next episode.